Guys? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is T Word, the People's Champ. Thanks for tapping in. Today we're going to be talking about Colorado University, Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders, and a potential move to the Big 12. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate the feedback. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, according to multiple news sources, Colorado University and the Arizona Wildcats are potentially moving to the Big 12 around about 2024-2025 to line up with the exit of USC and UCLA to the Big 10. These two teams, Arizona and Colorado, are looking at going to the Big 12. This has been a rumor. Now, according to the athletic director for Colorado, this is just a rumor. They're committed to the Big 12, to the Pac-12. In fact, he's saying they weren't offered an opportunity to come. And if you may think back, Colorado used to be in the Big 12. They were there from its inception until around 2010. They bolted for the Pac-12. So I believe that when there's smoke, there's fire. And when it comes to Deion Sanders, he's always looking to make a splash. And it's almost like he gets a mulligan year if they're going to be looking to change conferences. Think about it this way. They play 2023 in the Pac-12, win, lose, or draw, good season, bad season. Nobody's going to eat his lunch because he's bringing in a whole bunch of new kids. He's just starting up with the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't going to view it as a tumultuous situation. They're going to be like, hey, we was 1-11 last year. We're back in this mix. Hey, he won us 3 games. He won us 4 games. I personally believe he'll win at least 6 games and get them into a bowl. But if he doesn't, this will be a mulligan year, because if they're going to move back to the Big 12, that means that he'll get it like a reset year, because they'll say, hey, he didn't have a recruiting foothold, things like that. He's got to turn over the roster to match the talent in the Big 12 versus what we face in the Pac-12, because just like in anything where you face a conference schedule, you tend to build your team around what your most frequent foes do. You know, if you're in the AFC East, you're going to be a team that defends the run well, because there's usually good running backs and stuff like that, because it's a cold weather. If you're in college, if you're in the SEC, it's fast. You know, a lot of teams down south. So you're going to have kids from the south that are used to playing in those conditions. And then when you think about kids from Colorado, this is a cold weather team, but if they're playing in the Pac-12, you're playing against them Cali boys. You're going over there to Cali. Your kids just aren't conditioned for that. You got the right linemen, but they can't handle the conditions. Think about taking that down to the Big 12. That's like basketball on grass. It's just full speed, no defense. You've got to build your team differently to compete with that. And then that's a different type of heat as well. So you've got to recruit kids from there that grew up playing in those weather conditions where you don't have to acclimate them over several years. If you don't think that this is something that's in the back of Deion Sanders' mind, if he's pushing the athletic director to potentially agree to make this move, you're fooling yourself. Because if we know one thing about Prime, he's always thinking ahead. He's always thinking of the market. And I think that for him, he's already proven that he can recruit down south. So it's easier for him to recruit a team that faces a lot of down south. Those kids get to go back home and play in front of home crowds, because they're playing against, you know, your Texas-based teams, and you know, these southern-based teams that are kind of southwest, where he's probably going to recruit the most, similar to what he did at Jackson State. So again, where there's smoke, there's probably fire. If it's not 24, I'm thinking about 25. Colorado and Arizona are going to pack it in. And usually when you see these type of moves, it's 2 teams at one time. So if it's not Arizona, maybe somebody else. But I feel like if Colorado's name is in it and Deion Sanders is just getting there and it's a 5-year deal, he's going to make a move pretty soon. But would love to get your thoughts. This has been T for the Mic Check Podcast. Until the next time, I'm out. And by the way, every Sunday, we're now going live at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on this channel. We're doing live recaps of boxing. If there's any other sports that are notable, we're going to talk about that. Open panel, you can come up, talk your shit, give us your opinion. We'd be happy to have you. And while you're here, hit that like button when you come to those live streams and hit those comments, okay? And don't forget to donate to the Cash App, $THAMICCHECK 12. The Mic Check 12. This has been T, and I'm out.